Welcome to the Sangha trading video. This video's title is How do we calibrate the danger zone and the mids, both in region 1 for the price action and in region 2 with the MACDs, the volume zone oscillator and the Arun oscillator. So that's our topic for today on this short video. Calibrating is not very hard, but it must be done for every product that you're going to be trading. So what you do is open up your screen and squeeze, zoom out so that the lines are still intelligible, especially the MACDs, because they're the important ones that you're going to be calibrating against the mids and the danger zone. And what you're looking for
Filled. Gold.
is a nice uptrend. Let me double check on what's gold doing. Yes, it's continuing the downtrend, and yes, that looks very good, except we'll have to manage that. And the way to manage that is now we enter a stop that we will move as the price goes along. So once you're into a position, go ahead and create a stop and move it to a place where you feel safe, how much loss you can take when it goes against you. And you're going to manage that. Okay, let's go back to calibration. Since we need to watch gold, because we're in a position, we'll just go do this. What you need to do is zoom out and then find a historical movement to the price action, whereas you have a nice continued sustained trend, a sideways and a sustained up or an uptrend. So here's a sustained continued uptrend which then turned into a downtrend. So we can continue to zoom out on this one. All right. So what we're looking for here, unfortunately we don't have a nice sideways. So let's keep looking for a sideways. Here we go. That would qualify for a sideways. Right here would qualify for a sideways. So this is probably better, and we'll calibrate according to the downtrend. Let's move that stop because we're going to get stopped out. And I think gold is still in a continued downtrend, although we are on the trailing edge of the blue, but the white is still continuing to make a lower valley, so I'll trust the white. We are not hitting any support levels except for S1, which is down here, so we'll stay with the gold for the short. Okay, back to calibration. Once you've got a sideways, what you would then do is calibrate the danger zone so that it encompasses the sideways. It has within it the movement of the price action, and here we're calibrating the yellow line against these dashed lines. So you would go into your studies and open up danger zone, and we have that here set as fixed value, but I would rather do it in number of ticks. So we're going to figure out what number of ticks that danger zone should be. So we're going to apply. That's too narrow, so we're going to double that. Usually I enter 3s and 7s, so we're just going to double. Yep, so it'll be a 7.
Filled. Oil.
There you go. Now the danger zone is calibrated. Next, the mids is very easy because it's just twice the danger zone. So if you set danger zone to 7, the mids is 14 as number of ticks here. Now you double check whether the mids is a valid calibration. And how do you do that? Because on a sustained downtrend, you should basically stay out of the mids or not incur into the danger zone unless there's a major retrace. So the mids here in region 1 and the danger zone in region 1 are appropriately set. You would then verify that on an uptrend. So here's an uptrend. Yep, you stay out of the mids, and a continued uptrend stays out of the danger zone until you finally dipped into the danger zone. And we verify that again with a continued downtrend, and there's a continued downtrend. Now let's go to the end here, because we got into a position in crude. We need to put in a trailing stop. Crude is now going into the trailing edge of the blue, but everybody else is still on the leading edge. So since we're already beyond and profitable, I'm going to move the trailing stop forward, and if it takes us out, it takes us out. Actually,
Filled.
yeah, I was going to take profit, but it took us out, so 55 and 2 fills. Gold is still taking its time, and unfortunately we're getting one exit condition here as the Arun crosses back up into the white MACD. Let's continue on with our calibration, this time of region 2 of oil. Now you would notice that whenever the price action pops out of the mids, we also would like to see the white MACD pop out of its mids. So there you go. So this is properly calibrated for the white MACD. And then wherever you see a sideways, and pretty much right through here, you would like to see that blue MACD essentially just bounce inside that danger zone. So right here again, a sideways. Yep, the blue MACD just bouncing inside that danger zone. So that's properly calibrated. Now let's go to a uptrend and see whether the upper end of the white MACD matches the price action going out of its mids. So right there, they match. So region 2 is properly calibrated, the MACD danger zones and mids. Now, how would you change? This is where you would change the calibration for the MACD danger zone and mids, right there. But actually, you wouldn't touch these. These values remain here. How you would calibrate the MACD would be to go into its scaled area and change the value here in the multiplier. And that a large value will move the white MACD out. A smaller value will move the white MACD closer towards the 0. So again, a large value moves the MACD away from the 0. A smaller value moves the MACD closer to the 0. And pretty much that's how you would also calibrate the Arun and the volume oscillator. Same idea. You would change these multipliers. Now, how do you calibrate the Arun? Essentially, you want the Arun to cross into the white MACD at the points of inflection of the price action. So that's correct. So that's correct. So the Arun is properly calibrated at the inflections of the price action. Now, how do you calibrate the volume? The volume, which is the dotted line here, and the Arun is the solid line. I forgot to mention the Arun is the solid line. The volume, which is the dotted line, should be calibrated such that it kind of matches the Arun, the same distance that the Arun is from the 0. So right here, the volume cuts down with the Arun through the white MACD, and here the volume cuts up through the white MACD earlier, giving us a heads up that we can take that profit, close out that position. So that's how you would calibrate the volume. You would match it with the Arun such that where the Arun crosses down into the white MACD, the volume gives you a heads up several bars ahead or at the same time, like right here. So the volume is properly calibrated, the Arun is properly calibrated, the MACD is properly calibrated to the danger zone and the mids of region 2. So pretty much that's it. Nothing else to do. That's how you would calibrate products that you're going to use. Notice that, yeah, it was safe for us to have managed our exit there. It would have been nice if we exited sooner, as the blue MACD creates its trailing edge now. It's no longer in the leading edge. The leading edge is where we would want to take positions. Trailing edge, we would exit, because we're sprinters. We always exit on trailing edges. And here gold may have petered out because it's creating trailing edges on the Arun and the volume and the blue MACD, but it's still on the leading edge of the white, so we'll stay in there, believe in the white MACD. So that's it. I will now reduce this so that we're back to normal chart sizes, and we'll see you next time on the next lesson that we're going to have. Just replay back this video at your own pace so that you would understand how we calibrate the danger zones and the mids, both in region 1 with the price action and in region 2 with the MACDs, the Arun, which is the solid line, and the volume zone oscillator, which is the dotted line. Many blessings.